Yeah, you know, man, I know. I done bump every hole in the wall, y'all. Did you catch that phone call? Most of y'all didn't make me. Thought it was tall. Dip like a dip. Fell on the black ice. Did you think home slice came in, he went satisfied. Got bit balls, ain't shit. You can go. Yeah, left.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you gotta let it.
Sky high, circulate like a Sunday paper. Papers call long time. Cheap licks, good picks pay hard. Watch the hard turn sideways. Tell who real sales to those who lose kids. Please keep your life, but now feeling good and warm. It's going tight, 35 degrees. Big week tonight. Don't forget the chest, big lips, dry quick. With a jack out, make you wanna act out. Take a black out, black out. Not gonna make it till you came back out. What I never seen before. Woke up and seen the sun sky high.
Sky high. Let's go. Let's go. What's going on? What's going on? What the deal, family? What the deal? What's going on, Mike, my brother? As you know, I'm Nick.
I'm Mike. What it do, y'all?
Military Brothers Talking Sports, family. Welcome to our show. Hope everyone have a wonderful, amazing weekend. Rocking my HBCU shirt, the representative today, with my D hat. So what's going on with you today, Mike, my brother? How was your day, my brother?
Yes.
How was your day, my brother?
Well, first of all, daylight saving time. I called myself going to bed an hour early. Tired this morning, but I said, you know what, man, I got things to do. It's Monday. Let's jump into it. So we ain't gonna never get that hour back. Don't even try. So other than that, man, I'm feeling good. It's Monday. You know how I feel on Mondays, man. You got to go out there and get it, man. What about yours, my brother?
Have a good day, man. A little gloomy today, man. Just, the day just seemed off. I don't know the hour. It didn't bother me. It bothered the wifey, though. That sister did not want to get out of the bed.
Daylight saving time. It always gets you.
And
you lose an hour.
Yeah. She's not a morning person either, Mike.
Oh, yeah. If you're not a morning person, that's a problem.
Woo! Hey, but she made it through, man. She made it through. Hey, I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, I won't complain about anything whatsoever, brother. Hey.
Nah, man, we already in it, man. Halfway through.
Yeah. So that's try to get to understand, like, hey, it is, baby. It's gonna be all right, man. Hey, you ready to get into this conversation, my brother?
Always, man. Always.
Get it. Let's get it. Hey, man, we're gonna be talking about that queen, Miss Jennifer Hudson, man. You can start it off, my brother. You want to talk about this sister, my brother?
Wow, man. If we could flash back to when she was trying to be famous and sing and she didn't make the cut, but she still had the talent. I remember her being on major talk shows, never gave up, stayed focused, man. That's how this thing is. Her journey is incredible. Just to go from singing to acting. I've seen her in Dreamgirls, man. I thought she was super fantastic. She's now playing one of the Aretha Franklin biopics, man. Her voice, her range, her pitch, the dedication to Denzel Washington when she sang A Change Gonna Come, just rips it to pieces. Kudos to her, man. Very strong woman, man. Overcome a lot of odds and circumstances, man. I'll let you speak on it a little bit, my brother.
Yeah, man. Jennifer Hudson, man. I love that sister, man. That sister can sing. I love her heart, man. One of the I guess worst thing to happen, man, is someone murdered her mother, and man, that was a hard time, man. And brother's in jail now. But my thing is that, man, the sister versatility, as it pertains to the sister just herself, like I said, she went through the process, man, to where but she was in the competition with Fantasia. So, as you know, Fantasia is definitely a great singer as well. But my thing is that this sister's in movies. She's definitely out here, advocate for women, doing a whole bunch of positive things in the community, just doing a lot of things that I really like and appreciate what this sister brings to the table. But more importantly, man, I just love the heart of this sister. And then you said it. She's going to be representing Aretha Franklin in a movie that's coming out. She's going to be, Aretha Franklin. But then the movie where I can't think of the movie where her and Beyonce were in the movie, man, as well as Jamie Foxx. And Jamie Foxx, he was in the Beyonce, man, but him and at the time Jennifer Hudson had the little girl. He didn't know about her at the end, man. Even though she, because Beyonce fit the role. I can't think of the movie, but
Dreamgirls, man. Dreamgirls.
Yeah, there you go, brother. Hey, that's what you want to help me out, man.
I got you, man. I got you.
Hey, and she looked at Jamie like, I'm gonna win. She hit that note. Oh, man. Woo! That sister not playing.
Let me tell you something, man. I was in a barbershop one time and Dreamgirls came up and this one brother said, oh, man, I don't do musicals. And the whole barbershop stopped and looked at him. Brother, you need to stop it. Because when she hit that Jennifer Holiday in her Jennifer Hudson way, I'm staying and I ain't gonna do it, man. I don't want to display all my talents, man. I don't want to display. I'm not ready for a Grammy. I don't want to get it right now, man. but she is 2-time Grammy winner, man.
Yes.
And I also want to say, man, that horrific incident that happened to her, man. This man also killed her brother and her nephew. Yeah. And for her to come back from that, I remember when she took a little hiatus and then it was time for her to sing the national anthem at some function, man, like not too far from that, the strength that you have to have, man, to carry on and move on. I believe she's currently married to David Otunga, who started off in WWE. He used to call himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember that. And they got a beautiful kid, man. And she's just incredible, man. But yeah, I loved her in Dreamgirls, man. She's been in several movies, man. Did you have to check out her range, man? Hollywood Walk of Fame, got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame a few years back. Well deserved. Just incredible, man. I mean, if you haven't heard of Jennifer Hudson, you just ain't been alive, man. I just like her strength, man. Her strength. She's been on The Voice. Her movies are incredible, man. From I don't know if you guys seen Winnie Mandela, came out about 10 years ago. The Secret Life of Bees. I think that was Alicia Keys and a few other people. Been on Empire. She holds her own in that. Was on the musical, a new release of The Color Purple, the musical on Broadway. She was in that. Black Nativity. See that. Her thing is awesome. Just check out, man. She won't let you down, man.
No, man. You would definitely be entertained by what she brings to the stage. And so if you haven't had an opportunity to check the sister out, man, you definitely have to check the sister out. It would definitely be worth your time as well as your energy. Sitting down there and just being entertained by this beautiful sister, man. And that's the one thing I can definitely and truly say I love about Jennifer Hudson, man. Beautiful sister.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we really had a tragedy this past weekend, man. We lost a great this weekend. As you guys don't know, I know I said it a little bit, man. We lost the marvelous one, man. We lost the marvelous one, man. And if you don't know who this boxer is, man, you really have been living under a rock. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play one of the fights. It's a 3-minute round. We can talk while I still play of him and Tommy the Hitman Hearn going at. For you to just get just a glimpse of what this brother did, man. I'm just going to play it. I mean, you can continue to talk, man.
Okay, I gave both fighters their instructions in the dressing room. I'm just cautioning you now. Obey my command at all times.
Look how he looking, man. He look like, hey.
Let me tell you something, man. This man intimidated people through the television. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Marvin Hagler did a little bit of prison time as well.
Yeah.
I think he served some time in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he won all the tournaments and the boxing matches in prison. And clearly he was ready for the pros and stepped right in. And clearly he was ready, man. Marvin Hagler was intimidating, vicious, strong, could ignore blows, could ignore punches, gave you everything that he had. He's the epitome of boxing, man. Very dangerous.
Yeah.
Has hurt many an opponent.
Man, you can just the brother just keep coming. You keep coming. You keep coming. Look at him, man. That's the thing about it.
Workout ethic was impeccable, man. Listen, you can't tell me that brother wasn't working out 4-5 hours a day in prison, man. I just refuse to believe it. This dude came out chiseled, ripped, cut, and he want to fight whoever is signing a dotted line. There wasn't no running, dodging, ducking, none of that, man. That brother is for real, man.
The thing about it, man, watch this, Mike. His name was Marvin Hagler. So he wanted them to call him Marvelous. So they didn't want to call him Marvin. So he officially changed his name to Marvelous to force them to call him Marvelous Marvin.
I love it, man. I love it. And he will always be known as Marvelous Marvin.
Always Marvelous
Yes.
Marvin. Yeah. So, I mean, this is one of the best 3-round fight in boxing history. This brother right here, man, this is what this right here, during this period of time when he was fighting middleweight, man, that division, man, was stacked.
This was the fight of the year. This was the fight of the year in 1985.
Yeah. And still were viewed as one of the greatest 3-round fights in boxing history.
Look at this boy. Look at his arms, man. That's straight cannon work. Just bombs.
Hey, them brothers
unloading on Tommy, boy.
At the bomb. There's no quit. There's no stop. Look, how the world you survived that? Tell me what paced himself. Whatever they paced.
This dude had, and you know what, man? Let's not forget he was a lefty, and he had an unorthodox style, man, of coming at you. His stance is unorthodox. That's a brawler, man. Look at his feet, man. They just going at you, man. There's no type of footwork. You know what I'm saying? He just upper bodying you to death, man. Look at him. Look at the stare down.
Hey, he got that look, man. Like, oh my, bro. I just wanted to just show that, man. Man, he is.
And listen, let me throw this in there, man. When his first fight, he fought a dude. He was a Caucasian guy. The Caucasian dude said, "I refuse to lose my title to a black man." Marvin Hagler beat my man merciless. Dude had to get 12 stitches and surgery immediately after the boxing match, man. It was listen, that's the wrong brother to get angry. And I'll say this if I can. When he fought Sugar Ray, Marvin Hagler was so angry at Sugar and all his flair that he actually let his anger override the boxing skills. Sugar Ray was out there laughing and giggling and just working. And Marvin Hagler, I'm not saying he's not good and he couldn't beat him, because I know he got played in that fight. That fight hurt Marvin Hagler so bad, that draw, that he retired. He said, "You know what? Y'all gonna do it like that? You know I beat this man fair and square. I have no desire to box anymore because I know what's going on."
But let me show you a smart move by Sugar Ray in his fight. He knew it was about the money. So he said he told Marvin Hagler, because back then they used to fight 15 rounds.
Yeah.
I'll let you get paid the most money, but we're gonna go 12 rounds. So Sugar Ray really used that to his advantage. Because if you watch that fight, man, towards the end of that fight, like the 7th round on, man, Hagler would dominate the fight.
Working him like a 9 to 5.
Man, he kept coming, but he shortened the fight. Smart move by Sugar Ray, man. But like I said, man,
because had that fight went any longer than it did, Sugar was in serious trouble.
Yeah, man. So it definitely I like I said, man, I was definitely heartbroken to hear about him passing and
rough blow, man. Rough blow for the boxing world, man.
And he went over to I know he went overseas. He learned the language, he got into acting once he once he called it quits and stuff like that, man. So it was definitely a blow to the world. Definitely the boxing community, for those who are definitely into boxing like that, and really understand the history of boxing. That's when, man, boxing was definitely at its peak. And so, but hats off to that brother.
Yep, seven years he reigned supreme, man. 1980 to 87. Wasn't nobody touching that brother, man.
Yep. All right, on to the next question, man. We're gonna stick with boxing, man. I'm gonna play this, man. You heard what Mike Tyson said? If y'all didn't hear, man, I'm gonna let y'all hear. Iron Mike Tyson, man. He had a few words he had to say to my man Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, but Floyd's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. He had 50 fights, and he said Floyd's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. He had 50 fights, and he said, listen, Sugar Ray Robinson had 47 fights. He lost one, then he had 78 fights. Then he had a 78-fight winning streak.
Yeah, but you even
he had 47, lost one, and 78 winning streak.
But even more modern than that. Look at Julio Cesar Chavez. He was 84-0, right?
89, 90 and 0.
89
Wow. So don't tell me about you the greatest fighter with 50 and 0. You're great, no doubt about it. But 50 and 0. Chavez had 90.
Yeah.
He's fighting like what, 8 times a year.
Yeah, it's more to
whoever fought him. Whoever's in the ranking.
Well, I think it's all subjective.
Picking whoever you are, come on.
I think there are more metrics and more measurements that have to be.
Right.
Floyd's a great fighter. Don't get
Mike. Hey, man. I'm gonna let you go first on this one, brother.
You know what? Out of all the wild things that Mike Tyson has ever said in his entire life, we waited this long for this brother to say something intelligent, man. And he makes perfect sense. Yeah, you undefeated. I ain't gonna even count that Conor McGregor. I'm not gonna even look at who Floyd fought and how long it took to fight them. I'm gonna move that out the way. You're undefeated, you're good, man. Every time I've betted against Floyd, I lost. Not money-wise, but
I got
Cesar Chavez. I remember. I'm looking at this dude. 90 fights. What? And Sugar Ray, a 87 boxing match win streak after 47. And as I was telling my son the other day, we always say that Muhammad Ali's the greatest. Yeah, but he's the only one to retain his title 3 times. It take a lot to do that. And I think me and you both old enough to know, just because you undefeated, man,
that's right,
that doesn't make you the champion of all time. When you got Muhammad Ali, came out of prison, took 3 years off, got knocked, lost to Frazier, and then won the other 2. Lost, came back, you know what I'm saying? That take a lot to do that, man. And I'm not disputing Floyd. Pound for pound, I like what he's done. I've seen him. His work ethic is incredible. Instead of going to the club, he doing road work. He comes in tip-top shape.
Yes, sir.
Flawless. He got the Vaseline on his shoulders and he rolls off and he works. He doesn't cater to the crowd. He beats people the way he sees fit. I get it all. Mike Tyson made perfect sense, man.
I say it like this, man. I agree with Mike 110%. As you know, arguably, Muhammad Ali is the greatest. They talk about Muhammad Ali, but he had some losses. He's still viewed as the greatest. And as it pertains to Floyd, I believe, from my perspective, I believe Floyd Mayweather was the smartest as far as money, getting his money, business, the business aspect of it. He definitely was the smartest. Nobody ever again is going to do what Floyd Mayweather has done. Believe it or not, if Floyd come back and fight one more time, he will still get paid like that $200, $300, maybe $400 million. So I give him the smartest fighter of all time. Have to go with Floyd Mayweather because you know Don King, what he did to Muhammad Ali, as well as Mike Tyson, as well as a lot of fighters, they didn't do business well. Floyd Mayweather, when it came to business,
oh yes,
number one, hands down, he handled his business. So, but when it comes to in the ring, just because you're undefeated, like I said, you fought once a year. These guys were fighting 4 and 5 times a year against the best of the best. We were just talking about Marvin Hagler, man. Hey, that brother, man, was something else. He dominated that, ring from like 8 years. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, I understand Floyd went up in weight class and stuff like that. Not knocking Floyd, but as far as the greatest, Mike makes, I agree with Mike 110% on that.
It's just hard to just, like I said, man, out of all the people in the world, out of all the ridiculousness Mike has said, all the threats, just the going off, the using of the big words, ludicrous. And I tell you, man, when he kicked that off the other day, I was just like, it just makes you think, well, wait a minute. Chavez did have 90-something fights. Sugar Ray Robinson was doing this and doing that. And I'm not knocking Floyd because he's put Hatton to sleep. Tito, De La Hoya, Cotto. Man, I'm going to tell you something. It's a joy to watch him work, man. Arturo Gatti, which they should have been stopped that fight. It might not have even happened, man. Zab Judah. Floyd has put some good people down, man. But we talking about the longevity, and he's a smart dude. Yeah, he know that money now. He know how to capitalize on that. And I think he was the one who said earlier that Floyd makes sure that the first few rows of the boxing ring, he getting the proceeds with them to them tickets. And hey, man, it is what it is. Now his book smarts, we gotta talk about that a little bit later, man.
Stop. 50 calls.
Reading is fundamental, But anyway.
On to the next, man.
Yeah.
Just heard Drew Brees, man, calls it a career. Man. Hey, Drew Brees is definitely arguably one of probably top 10 quarterback in NFL history, man. He's going to be in that discussion for what he has accomplished. His name's going to be in the conversation. So
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I saw his body language, man, after the last game. You can kind of tell. The body language, he had gave it his all. The team fell short. Here we go. He's the goat at getting the bag. Here we go, Ace Dog.
I'm with you on that one, brother.
And maybe some New Orleans Saints fans can chime in, man. See how they feel about that. Because, now I'm sure you've heard about his backups and what has happened recently.
We're going to talk about that too. Let's talk about Drew Brees. And we get more than that, man. We're going to talk about, remember, Drew Brees was originally drafted by the Chargers. And to me, I felt the Chargers made a mistake not bringing Drew Brees back. They ended up driving Phillip Rivers with anticipation of him replacing Brees. I've always felt that was a mistake. But just imagine if he would have passed that physical in Miami, what would have happened in Miami? It's kind of like the Chris Paul being traded to the Lakers, fiasco that fell
Whoa, man, let me tell you something, man. Chris Paul and Kobe, it would have been nasty, man. Laker fans, they might have got over that, but they should still be upset.
Oh, they're still upset. But I'm saying, Miami fans should be upset with the fact that, okay, had a little physical issue, and then all of a sudden, give it a pass one in New Orleans. The rest is history. Miami is still trying to find a quarterback to replace Dan.
Well, you know what? I'm a firm believer in this, man. I think sometimes people are exactly where they need to be. Who knows if he'd have got to Miami and did that and had success and Dolphins would have did anything. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they had Marino down there and, didn't make it hot. So, and I'm not dissing the Dolphin fans, all 5 of y'all. It's whatever. I think it's about 5 Dolphin fans collectively.
Hey, I have a cousin, man. She's a Dolphin fan, man. Good Lord.
Hey, it's been a long time since 1972.
Hey, she loved those Dolphins. A couple friends of mine, man, love those Dolphins. My uncle's a Dolphin fan. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. They put the team in a bad position.
Just like Ben Roethlisberger doing with the Steelers. So I'm with you. Ben Roethlisberger need to tell his man right into the I keep saying.
Oh my goodness, boy! You ain't gonna let that go. You ain't gonna let that go, man.
Never, man. He should because of stuff like Ace hitting on the head. Because of this, man, you holding Pittsburgh hostage for 3 years because you don't want to let it go, and because of loyalty, the organization feel like a loyal man. Then look, I'm not a general manager. I would have been Roethlisberger.
I better let it go,
bro. Like Teddy say. TKO.
Looks like another love TKO for them Steelers.
I would have let Ben Roethlisberger go 4 years ago. I wouldn't get no contract extension. I'm like, dude, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this. I never really was a big Brees fan. He got the monkey off his back with that one Super Bowl win. But I'm gonna put him up there. I'm gonna put him up there with those big boys who rarely got touched. Them Brady's, the Mannings, you know who they are. Rarely get touched, man. I'm not knocking his skill, but come on, man. With his stature, he should. And I don't wish bad health on nobody, man. But I done seen quarterbacks get hit. I mean, lit up. Brees in 20 years, and he can walk away with his full health and nothing rocking, man. And like I said, I'm not taking away from what he's done, but he's been favored and babied just like the others, man, when it comes to getting hit. That's what T-Chan, what it do?
Hey, I understand. I'm glad you put that successor or ace. Let me hear you comment on this then. Did you hear this? Just came out. The backup just got a 4-year, $140 million contract. You mean to tell me Taysom Hill is worth $35 million a year?
And Jameis Winston still sitting in the wind chilling?
I'm going to say it like this. You might work. Stop it. Stop it, New Orleans Saints. Stop it. Taysom Hill is not worth $35 million. I don't care what nobody said. Taysom Hill is in the top 15.
He got man, his agent must be doing it big. Because I'm going to tell you what. Jameis Winston need to ask for a trade.
Bruh. Jameis, he's still a free agent. If I was Jameis, I wouldn't sign that contract.
Not to be back up to this dude.
You got me back up to Taysom Hill? Have you lost your mind? He's not better. And I know that's what he's saying. He's not better than me. And I'm quite sure a lot of New Orleans Saints fans would rather have Jameis Winston as the quarterback than Taysom Hill. Even though I know he came in and filling for Brees for a short period of time, but you talking about paying him that money, you pay him that type of money as if he's your franchise quarterback for the future. You really think that's it? Negative.
We done seen this picture before, man. We have seen it before. I mean, let me tell you something, man. When you give Cam Newton $1 million contract and then the next year you give him $14 million and you give this dude $34-35 million for 4 years, I already see the picture and the writing on the wall. What up, Ree? Yep, hot mess.
Yeah. Agree 110% on that. Like them boys, hot mess.
And I will agree with you on that. Let's check this out. His contract ain't okay. So Dak got 160 mil 4 years. He get 140 mil 4 years. How is he on Dak's level?
Dude, that's my thing. What has Taysom Hill done
lately? What has he done lately?
I need to know what has this clown done. Y'all giving this joker man $140 million? Really? Mike, Drew Brees has never had a contract like that.
A smack in the face, man.
That is a disgrace, bro. Hey, if I was Winston, I would not, I'll repeat this again, I would not sign a contract to come back and be a quarterback.
Be out, Winston.
Look, this is what I hate. I tell the truth on this show. That's one thing I tell the truth on this show.
She talking about you hating on them boys.
Hey, I see my cousin finally came to the show. This is what I tell you. She a Miami Dolphins fan. She might chime in for a second. Lakeisha Ramsey, that's my cousin. Hey, she loved them Dolphins. We weren't talking about them because we were talking about them a few minutes ago. You missed it. She might chime. She might say something.
Ooh, wow. Not Manziel. Manziel playing golf.
Manziel needs some more makeup lead. Talking about Manziel. I mean, come on. Stop it. Hey, Tim Tebow. Hey, I feel your age. Hey, I think you're a little bit better thrower of the football than Tim Tebow, though. But I believe this is a huge mistake. Huge.
I wish Marcus Allen could have had a chat with Tim Tebow, because Marcus Allen had to change his position, got busy. He's still in the hall. I just think that Tim Tebow should have went on the tight end, man. And he could have jumped on there with New England, man, and things could have been different. But it is what it is.
Hey, I'm not going to disagree with you on that, boss man.
Yeah, man. Oh well. Hey, I got a little bit of news for you, man, while you go to the next one, man.
What's up?
Indiana Hoosiers has fired Archie Miller after a 12-15 season. He did 4 years. They got rid of him today. Breaking news. He's gone.
Ain't that who basketball team?
Yep. Out.
Really?
He's out of there, man.
This is the thing, man. I can't stand, man. How the world you do something like that through COVID and stuff like that? Really?
And speaking of COVID, the UConn coach, Gino Ariemo, just tested positive.
Whoa!
Just tested positive. That's another little breaking news I just got. So
March Madness.
Yes.
That's topic.
The girls bracketology come out tonight.
Right. And if you guys don't know,
the women.
Hey, and let's say last week, Facebook, I posted a link for you guys. I see Riri already did her bracket for the men. Good job, Riri. I saw that. But we're gonna have a little competition. If you go on the Nick and Mike Facebook page, you can find us on Facebook. Fill out your bracket, and whoever does the best, we're gonna send you guys a little something, a little appreciation, a little something appreciation for doing a great job. So we just want to let you guys know. Make sure you fill out your brackets. Whoever does the best, we're gonna send the winner a little something appreciation. So hey, little friendly competition. Riri already got the jump on y'all. We're gonna see if her picks survive. But the women's come out tonight, so that should be able to be uploaded, and you'll be able to fill the women's out tonight, man. But hey, speaking of, man, it's gonna be interesting, man. Who you think gonna pull this thing out this year, Mike?
You know what?
Make sure you do your bracket too, Mike.
I'm gonna say this. You know what, man? I could do the bracket, but I've never been a big bracket dude, man. I just love to watch it and get into it. I'm gonna just tell you this, and I usually don't go like this, but Gonzaga looks real strong, man. I've seen them push to the limit and battle test it, and they managed to just turn over, do a crocodile death roll on somebody, and it's over. If you get close to them, they're gonna look at you, and then they're gonna go ahead and crocodile death roll. I've seen it. I thought somebody would take them down by now. Baylor looks good. Let's not forget they started about 17 or 18-0, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put nothing past them. This thing is going to go to the wire. Now, I don't think Gonzaga just going to go straight in and crush people. They're going to get pushed, but they built for it, man. I'm looking at them strong, man. I watched a lot of basketball this weekend. If you didn't see the SEC championship, you missed a doozy. That LSU Alabama, boy, them boys went to the wire and they gave it everything they got. They gave you straight basketball. I saw layups, reverse, dunk, a couple of elbow, chin check, rib cage, block shot. They played ball like they wanted it. That is the way that game is supposed to be played, man. Also, Illinois and Ohio State was a brutal battle to the end.
Gotcha.
Illinois pulled that out. Alabama got their SEC championship. Gonzaga looks good, man, you know.
Well, Mike, I have a sleeper squad for you, bro.
Okay, let's go.
Don't sleep on the squad from the cribs, bro. Don't Winthrop. Do not sleep on Winthrop this year, bro.
They always make the dance now. Now, we need them to make some noise. I remember when they made big noise a few years ago.
Mike, listen what I'm telling you, man. Winthrop is big. But the thing about Winthrop in the past, they really have size have always hurt Winthrop. They have a big man down there this year. They have the player of the year on their team, and they have a good defender. Winthrop really has a solid.
Okay. Listen, I'm ready, man. I want them to make some noise, man. I want them to shock the house. I remember a few years ago they had a big man. I don't know if he was from Switzerland or wherever, man. Big dude down low, brutal. But when it came down to those real big boys, skills was limited. On that note, my brother, I want to just say this. We got 2 HBCUs in the house. They're in the in-game play, which means they have to play the game to get in the conference, and then they play the big boys. So you got Texas Southern, which Michael Strahan went, great New York Giant. You remember that? So they're going to play Mount St. Mary. I think they can get them. Okay. But then they meet number 1 Michigan. Then you have Norfolk State. Norfolk State is going to play. Norfolk State plays Appalachian State, App State.
Okay.
I think Norfolk can do it.
I think so too. Like I said, it's not football, it's basketball, baby. So App State has a solid program in football.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
About it. Just
yes, they do. I remember when App State beat Michigan a few years back in football.
About it. That's what I'm saying.
It shocked the world. But listen, I got a strong feeling about Norfolk State, man. If they can get in that thing, and they will meet the number 1 seed, but it can happen, man. Let's not forget Virginia getting rocked the other year by a small school. Right. So I'm looking forward to the Giant Killers. I would love for these 2 HBCUs to move forward and just see what they can do, man, against the big boys. Let's get it.
Hey, man, we're going to definitely be pulling forward. But you guys, make sure you go to our page, click on the link, fill out your bracket, men and women bracket. We're going to give something for both, whoever came out the best in both men's and women. Whoever does the best. We don't discriminate. We pull for both men and women. So, hey, we're going to pull for both of them. Mike.
Yep.
Did you hear about this, my brother? I'm going to let y'all hear this conversation. This joker going to get upset. How about kneeling? Listen.
You're live after the It was just before tip-off in the high school girls basketball tournament near Tulsa, Oklahoma. But when members of the Norman High School team began to kneel, the announcers sounded off using racist and explicit language, not realizing they were speaking into hot mics. The announcers were not part of the school district employed by an outside group which announced an investigation Friday. Norman High School Superintendent Dr. Nick Migliarino met with the players.
But what was your first reaction when you saw that video?
Disgust and outrage.
And that hit me hard. I'm going to support them in their decisions, in everything they do.
Friday, Norman teachers took a knee in support. The city's mayor tweeting her outrage. And from a state lawmaker, were you surprised when you heard that language?
I wasn't. I was angry. I was frustrated. It's very frustrating that some of that's been so normalized, and particularly on the issue of kneeling.
Friday night, the Norman Tigers were back on the court, this time both teams taking a knee. One player summed up the events, saying simply, "This is why we kneel." For today, Blaine.
Mike, I'm going to let you go first, brother.
You know, I'm going to be professional. If you're an announcer, you should be aware of the surroundings of the world. You know that they're doing tributes to HBCUs. You know that the WNBA has taken a knee. You're familiar with knee in baseball games, football. We're talking high school girls, man. High school girls. These girls can't be no more than 16 to 18 years old. And you dare do that to them. You're unprofessional, unethical, horrible, man, to talk to some high school girls like that. Now, if those girls' fathers decided to wait for him after the game, then he would have had to answer. My whole thing is this. This kind of reminds me of Imus a few years ago when he said that derogatory remark to the women's Rutgers basketball team. You know, you're 70, 80 years old and you want to talk about, well, rappers use it. Why can't I? You're not a rapper, man. And they wasn't using it towards the girls' basketball team, the women's basketball team. There is no excuse. And speaking of excuses, Brother Nick, did you hear his?
Oh, hey, you see I have it up here. I'm about to read it to you.
Okay, I can't read it. You're going to zoom that up. But
no, I can make it bigger, but I'm not sure it will make it
from my view. Maybe you'll just have to read. Okay. There you go. It's getting a little bit better. Do your thing, man. There's nothing about high school girls, 15, 16, 17, no more than 18. You come out your face with that, man. I'm still waiting for what happened to this dude. Like, firing.
Mike, but this is the thing about it. He called them, you know what, niggers. That's what he said. Was there not any white people on that team? So you're directing at all the girls or just the black girl? I think it's pretty much an energy was directed primarily at the black girl. Instead of not realizing that not only black girls kneel, all girls knelt on the team. So all of them was the same thing. But I'm going to take the chance. Yeah, I'm going to read what this clown had to say. Roland Martin ripped him apart when he read this. He said, gave his name, Matthew Rowan, on Tuesday, March 11th. Most regrettably made some statement that, because mine's blurry on my screen. Oh,
did he can't? I got you. You good?
I can see it better on this. Okay, I got you. My screen. It can't be taken back. During the Normal High School game, the girls' basketball team against the Midwest City, I made an inappropriate and racial comment, believing that the mic was cut off. I'm gonna just pause right there.
There go the admittance right there. Yeah, there's the admittance.
So if you knew the mic was, even though it was in your heart, only reason why you said it because you thought the mic was off. Okay. However, let me state immediately that there's no excuse. Such comments should have never been uttered. Here comes the excuse. Instead of being a man and say, hey, I apologize, I take all responsibility, everything, here comes the excuse. He wants somebody to feel sorry for him. Here comes, I am a family man. And so them girls don't have family. I am married. What does that have to do with? I have 2 children. I guess we don't have kids. And at one time, I was a youth pastor. A whole bunch of racist youth pastors. That don't have nothing to do with it.
And does he have a daughter out of one of them 2 kids?
I continue to be a member of my Baptist church. What did that have to do with what's in your heart? I have not only embarrassed and disappointed myself, embarrassed and disappointed my family and my friends. Listen to this cockamamie crap right here. I will state that I suffer from type 1 diabetes, and during the game, my sugar had spiked. Now, hold up. I'm going to read this again. I will state that I suffer from type 1 diabetes, and during the game, my sugar was spiking. Right? In all my days of living, I've never heard of it. I've had family members who deal with have this issue. Never heard of their diabetic situation, the sugar spiking, that caused them to say certain unaccepting words that are not appropriate.
So being a diabetic made him a racist? So let me get this straight. Had he had a Snickers bar, this wouldn't have happened? Man, if you don't stop it, Rowan, Matt, stop it. You are horrible and you weak and you're a coward to go after some high school girls like that. What you need to do is step your game all the way up. He wouldn't have said that to no grown women because they'd have been waiting on him.
Nope. And why not excuse it for my remark is not unusual when my sugar spikes. That I become disoriented and all the same things that are not appropriate as well as hurtful. There we go. Don't want to be a man. You're man enough to say it, but not man enough to deal with the consequences that come behind it. What? I did not believe that I would have made such horrible statement absent my sugar spike. Mike, he's blaming this on him being I don't believe he's a diabetic at all. I believe that's a bunch of crap he's giving.
Like I said, man, and you said it earlier, you won't even man up. You're gonna blame this on a nationwide ailment because your blood sugar was low. You got disoriented and said, "Oh, you freaking nigga."
Yeah,
he blacked out and came back.
That's sweet, man. You know what, man?
Sound deliberate to me. You looked at him. You summed it up. Who do they think they are?
But to Mike, you know what? He got what he asked for. Because guess who won the state championship?
Boom. Yes. That's so on point and on time. Probably gave them girls fuel.
Yes.
To go and get busy.
Them girls who he talked about won the state championship. So I wish someone would have came in and be like, you realize those girls won the state championship, don't you? Wait.
Yeah, that was fantastic, man. He should never work in broadcasting again.
Oh, he should be done, my brother.
Yeah, and the school district needs to make sure of that, man. I mean, if he didn't work for the school, he worked for a separate broadcasting company. Go ahead and handle that, man.
Right. I'm not sure exactly who he works for, but he definitely needs to be held accountable for his actions. So, all right, man.
No doubt.
We down to our last topic of the day, man. How was your Knicks this weekend, my brother? How did your Knicks do this weekend?
Well, they played the Thunder, and RJ Barrett dropped a mere 32 points. It was no big deal.
Impressive, RJ. Whoa. And then
32 points, RJ.
Yeah, your boy T Champ, bro. He was definitely happy about that, man. He hit a brother up. Hey, T Champ. Yeah. Yeah, you know, we have to talk. Hey, we don't have time to talk about Boston. Did they win this weekend? Or did they take another L? I know
think
one thing, Riri. They talking something bad about your boy Kemba Walker, which I try to tell y'all. One day y'all gonna start listening to Nick Knife. Try to tell y'all. Hey, but my Hornets, man, they winning, man. They got Graham is back healthy. But I still don't want them jokers to make the playoff, man. We need to get one of them gems coming out in the draft, man, this year.
Well, we got a big game tonight, man. This is a big game. The Knicks are gonna play the Nets, man. I want to see. This is the game of games. No KD.
Might be Blake Griffin's first game.
Please let it be. I think it will be. It's only fitting. I have no comment on that. But for this brother to not have played for weeks on end, hopefully he's good and rusty.
Oh my!
Yeah. There's no love, man. There's no love. I believe it's going to be in the Barclays Center tonight, BK, Brooklyn. I hope that the Knicks defense is up to par and they just play as hard as humanly possible. That's all I can ask. Let's see what happens, man. Let's go in there. And I think this is the battle for the city. The bragging rights, the who's who. The Knicks are playing 500, man, which is amazing. First time in many years. But we're not satisfied with that. We're not comfortable with that, man. Tonight's win would be a definite feather in the cap. Definite feather, man.
Mike.
Now, we did say we had 5 coming up, and we gonna get at least 2 and a steal. Now, that steal might come against the Sixers, seeing how Embiid is out, and I hate for that to happen. People spoke about his health. I have no comment. He did a vicious dunk on somebody, came down wrong, hyperextended his knee. I hate that to happen to anybody. He'll probably have the best of medical care. Yeah, happen to anybody.
Happen to anybody. I mean, come here, just a freak accident. So my thing
so it's going to take him away for a while. Take him away for a while, maybe 10 games, and we'll hopefully he'll come back. Picture perfect, man, ready to rock and roll.
Well, we have the Sacramento Kings tonight against my Charlotte Hornets.
Okay. De'Aaron Fox in the house.
Hey, so we win tonight, and y'all lose.
Okay, so you saying that the Hornets going to beat the Kings tonight?
I believe, it's going to be a tough game, but I believe so. I think it's always the issue with Charlotte, man, is size. If the King, I believe Sacramento King feed the ball down low to the big man, that really will hurt us because they have Whiteside coming off the bench. But since Graham has been back, man, Charlotte bench has been looking pretty good. They've been playing Graham as well as Monk together. And that's been looking like a pretty impressive backcourt, man. So, the other team is struggling, man. My man, Ace Dog, man, the Portland Trailblazers, brother. They need to get healthy quick, man. They took an L the other night, man, against how the world y'all lose, dog. But, that was going off, man. Y'all cannot afford to lose against team you're supposed to win, man. Come on, man.
It happens, man. It happens, man. Sometimes a team will step all the way up. Take Cleveland, for instance. They stepped it all the way up to play Brooklyn. Probably the best game of their season so far.
Now they're stepping all the way out right now.
You know the deal. So, sometimes people play up, man, and sometimes it ain't like that, man.
Yeah, KD is talking bad about the ownership thing. Is he talking bad about them? He crucifying Minnesota. Say that owner need to go because he was trying to put a group together to purchase them.
Okay.
He said, nah. And my thing, man, now the NBA, they're talking about the NBA possibly getting the team as actually in Las Vegas and Seattle. I know Ray Allen read something, but Ray Allen was interested in bringing a group to Seattle. KG was interested in bringing a squad to Las Vegas. This is the thing. I'm going to say it now. I believe the league is going to wait until LeBron James retires before they bring another new franchise, give him an opportunity to be an owner. Because you can't be an owner and a player at the same time.
Right. Okay, so yeah, man. I mean, he's a conglomerate. He's a conglomerate. Yeah, he's a conglomerate, man. A big part of the NBA, and he'll probably have his way, once he shuts it down.
Sure. So
we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, man. So it's all good. All right, Mike, man. We toward the end of the show. Let's see what Ace Dog said about the Trailblazers. I know, man. Like I said, man, health is the Trailblazers' Achilles heel, man. They have to get healthy soon. If they don't, bro, it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be. My Grizzlies has been struggling. John, them Grizzlies have been struggling, man. So I don't know. Doing spin. All right, there I go. Yeah, they've been struggling. So, Memphis Grizzlies, hey, Grizzlies got to get it together. That's all good. Mike, man, have any important thoughts, my brother?
Well, you spoke on J Hud, and we spoke on some good stuff, man. I'll just say this, man. A little personal news with myself, man. I went and got my first vaccine shot Saturday. I ran into several friends. They had a big, drive down at Colonial Life Arena. Went down there. The guys that I seen, we actually met afterwards. Went and had a couple of wings. And I'm not promoting it or advocating for it, but if you are interested in the COVID vaccine, all you have to do is type in COVID vaccine near me. They'll give you a list of facilities. The Colonial Life had walk-ins. I also made my appointment, but I did it, and in about 2 weeks or so, I'll have dose number 2, and we'll just keep it rolling like that, man. I'll pray for everybody out here, and y'all pray for me. Show my Knicks some respect. Put some spec on that thing. Some spec on it. Yeah, man, we coming hard tonight. We're not coming down to lay down, man. We're coming in with everything we got, man. RJ coming off a high. Julius Randle didn't have the best shooting game, and maybe tonight he can get busy with it.
T-Champ, y'all win tonight, then I'll give y'all some respect. Y'all win in layup games against teams that not even consider it. Y'all win tonight. What?
Okay. That's why I didn't go bananas with the Thunder win, man. I know their record. That's
even Charlotte beating Toronto. That really was because Siakam wasn't even playing the game. So it's like, okay, those you supposed to win those games. So okay, right. Charlotte, you win tonight. Sacramento, man, I believe is a good. To me, but I believe if Sacramento was in the East, Sacramento will have a much better record. It's tougher competition in the West. Sacramento was in the East, it'd be different. So Charlotte had to bring the A game tonight. Darren Fox, Horry Berg, Buddy Hill. Those guys are going to come to play, man. So it's going to be interesting. I think Sacramento problem, man, they need a new coach. Walton is not there. Walton's not there. So I'll give him respect, Trace. T-Champ. Well, hey, we're going to see what we're going to do tonight. So hope you got that link, my brother, be able to get my book. Man, I appreciate your support, man. Appreciate your love. Families, that's another day. Appreciate you guys. As you know, we always here every Monday through Friday. Share it. Get people interested. Make sure you guys go on Nick and Mike on Facebook. Click on the link where you can fill out your brackets. As you know, whoever best, then we're going to send for the girls and the boys, send a little gift on our behalf. As you know, I'm Nick.
I'm Mike, folks.
Military Brothers Talking Sports. Peace.